Welcome to our YouTube channel where we share interesting movie facts. Join us as we uncover the secrets and trivia behind your favorite films. From classic Hollywood hits to indie gems, we cover it all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy learning something new about the movies you love.
Number 1. A big split almost muddied the movie. Holland's SpiderMan is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, these movies are not made by Marvel and Disney, who owns Marvel. Instead, they are Sony movies, and Spider-Man is in the MCU because of a deal between the two companies. That deal fell apart in August 2019, and it seemed Spider-Man was going to be out of the MCU. This, naturally, didn't sit well with fans. Eventually, the two sides reconciled, keeping Holland's Peter Parker in the MCU. Number 2. The first plan was even more ambitious. We get at least one Spider-Man villain from all 5 Spidey movies before the Holland series. Oh, not to mention that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return as Peter Parkers from alternate universes. That's a lot, but it could have been even more. In the early drafts, McKenna and Sommers included every major character from previous Spider-Man films. They could but realize they had bitten off more than they could chew. Number 3. One villain got a revamp. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 did not really click with audiences, so people may not have revisited Jamie Foxx's turn as Electro in a while. If they haven't, they might not realize his look changed for No Way Home. Instead of the blue design in the first film, inspired by the Ultimate Marvel run, Electro had a yellower look, which is the most recognizable design for the character from the comics. Number 4. The MCU got a little bigger. Not everybody watches every single Marvel project. Even if you are really into the MCU, that doesn't include the Marvel shows from Netflix. Well, we should say it didn't. You may not have recognized him, but Charlie Cox was reprising his role as Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, in a one-scene role in this movie. Soon after, Vincent D'Onofrio was ported over from the Netflix shows as Kingpin on Hawkeye. Number 5. A couple cameos were cut. Morgan, the daughter of Tony Stark and Pepper Potts, was going to appear in the movie. Lexi Rabe, who played Morgan in Endgame, even filmed scenes. However, they were cut from the film before its release. Holland's brother, Harry, also briefly appeared as a drug dealer cut from the movie. Hey, at least Tom was able to get his brother a role as a drug dealer in his film Cherry. Number 6. Originally, No Way Home would come out after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That meant it could follow everything that happens in that movie. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, things changed, and suddenly, No Way Home was going to be coming out first. That meant the script had to be rewritten not to include anything revealed in the Doctor Strange sequel. In fact, after the credits of this movie, we got the debut of the Multiverse of Madness trailer. Number 7. The movie had a fun working title. Huge movies like this always have working titles for productions to try and throw fans off the scent. That was even more necessary for a movie like this, trying to keep the appearances of different characters secret. Shooting in New York didn't help matters on that front. For No Way Home, the obfuscating working title was Serenity Now. This is, of course, a catchphrase from Seinfeld. Number 8. Tom Holland was a busy guy. Holland is an in-demand actor. He's also apparently got plenty of energy. Holland started shooting No Way Home only 2 days after finishing shooting Uncharted. Number 9. A majority of the film was actually shot on sound stages in Atlanta, Georgia, where most Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are filmed, so, a lot of times when you are seeing NYC, it's actually a set with blue screen in the background. The massive fight between Peter and Doc Ock on the bridge was all filmed on a soundstage and not actually in NYC. For the bridge scene, the set was made up of 40-foot blue screens on 3 sides of a pad, and a roadway with the exit where the assistant vice-chancellor fell inside the car. Number 10. In fact, the bridge fight between Doc Ock and Spider-Man is made up of a few hundred VFX shots, and it was originally a 15-minute long sequence. Visual effects supervisor Kelly Port explained that Digital Domain was tasked with creating the effects for this sequence, and they did such a great job. The team built an entire, fully CG digital environment outside of the little bit of practical roadway they had on the set. Number 11. A real place was recreated for the movie. MJ works at Peter Pan Donut and Pastry Shop in the film. This is a real place in Brooklyn. While the movie shot some exteriors and things of that nature in New York, they did not film these scenes at the actual bakery. Instead, they took photos and then built a complete reproduction of the inside of the building on a set in Atlanta. Number 12. Dafoe's prosthetics might surprise you. If we told you that Dafoe wore prosthetic teeth in No Way Home, that might not surprise you. After all, this is a way to differentiate his Norman Osborn and Green Goblin personas. However, Dafoe wears fake teeth when he's playing Norman. As the villainous Green Goblin, his teeth are all natural, baby. Number 13. A Marvel legend gets some sneaky shout-outs. In the film, you can see multiple examples of graffiti that simply reads, Ditko. This is in honor of Marvel artist and writer Steve Ditko. It's Ditko who, along with Stan Lee, created both Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. As such, this is the perfect film to give him a shout-out in. Number 14. Even the trailer was a huge hit. Apparently, people were really jonesing for No Way Home. When the first trailer dropped, it was watched 355.5 million times within the first 24 hours. This was a new record for trailer views in that time frame. Number 15. The box office success has been incredible. COVID-19 has put a huge dent in the box office. It's been hard for movies to make much money, and No Way Home came out as the Omicron variant started to rise. None of this got in the way of Spider-Man dominating the film world. It has made over $1.5 billion, making it the first movie to make over $1 billion worldwide since the rise of Skywalker. No Way Home is one of the top 10 highest-grossing movies ever, and it's the highest-grossing film Sony has ever put out. Number 16. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock tentacles are all CGI instead of being operated by puppeteers, like they were in Spider-Man 2 in 2004. All of the tentacles were superimposed on Alfred during post-production. In Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock's tentacles were actually mechanical, and Alfred had them attached to his back during filming. The original tentacles were controlled by a team of 16 puppeteers, and their movements were choreographed by Eric Hayden. Number 17. One of the most brutal filming days for Tom Holland involved when he had to hang upside down while Doc Ock slams Peter against a stone pillar. Number 18. Tom Holland's brother Harry actually filmed a scene for the movie, but it didn't make the final cut. Harry played a young burglar who Spider-Man was going to catch. Number 19. There will be another movie, but will Holland be involved? Look, when you pull in over $1.5 billion during a pandemic, there will be a sequel. Plans for a fourth Spider-Man movie are already in the works. That said, Tom Holland has had some thoughts on his future. He no longer is under contract and has both expressed interest in doing a different kind of Spider-Man movie telling a new story, but has said that if he is still playing Peter Parker in his 30s. Number 20. While filming the moment when Green Goblin talks to Peter about his existential crisis, Willem Dafoe filmed the scene 30 times, and gave a different performance every single time. Number 21. And finally, as of right now, Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal are actively beginning to develop where Spider-Man's story heads next. Amy explained, at the end of the movie we just made, you see Spider-Man make a momentous decision, one that you've never seen him make before. It's a sacrifice. And that gives us a lot to work with for the next film.
We hope you enjoyed learning some fascinating movie facts with us today. If you want to keep up with our latest content and never miss out on any behind-the-scenes trivia, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next video with even more amazing movie facts.